Welcome to ISE 2022 in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. This is Rich Fregosa for AVNation.tv. I'm here with Paul Dexter, who is the founder and CEO of Jetbuilt. Ironically enough, two Californians sitting here in Barcelona.
Right, exactly. What's it going to take?
What's it going to take to get us across,
Right, exactly.
across the ocean? But welcome, and it's been a couple of years since we've all been able to come together.
Right.
I know that Jetbuilt has had a lot of exciting things go on, but why don't you let us know about what's been happening with Jetbuilt the past few years?
Yeah, and thanks for having me, of course. It's a pleasure to be here. Funny, we were here last year when they tried to do the show here, and it wound up just going down to this, maybe 50 vendors, but we got here, we made it, and we did the show. But so now it's just great to be here. It's such a big, full show, and it's like there was never a COVID, which I love. Everybody's shaking hands and having but they're being safe too. So we're just really excited to show. Our big thing that we're really talking about this year is our global initiative. So last fall, because as you know, Jetbuilt started in California, started in the United States, and within our first year, we had a lot of people coming from, Australia, England, wanting to use the platform. So we quickly allowed the platform to be used with alternate currencies. And then over the next several years, we allowed multi-currency, so cross-currency, where you can buy and sell across multiple currencies, and we handle conversions. So that really opened up our user base to, at that point, as of last year, 25% of our users outside of America. But that's really not anywhere near good enough. There's clearly more than 25% of the population outside of America, so the world's population. So with the help of Gordon Dutch, who's working with us out of London, we have this global initiative where we're really expanding our reach to far better embrace the global community. So now proposals can be exported in German, French, Spanish, even both versions of English, American and Queen's English. And that's just the start. Then we want to overall translate the entire application. Because in Jetbuilt, the platform, the power of the platform is global organizations working globally. So an office in London can work with an office in Berlin and an office in New York, all in the same project at the same time in their own languages, and then output the project in the proper currency. So we're really showing off some of that power. And that's really helped Jetbuilt get where we are today, kind of offering that global power. So that's one of the big things we're showing. Another thing is we're showing the GEL platform, J-E-L, so it's Jetbuilt Engineering Lab. And what that is because Jetbuilt, we don't have a drawing tool within the application. We're a sales tool. And so we really don't draw inside that. There's better applications for drawing. But what we now do is within the application, you've designed your project from a sales perspective, you know all your basic items. You can now send the project to GEL, to our team, and they spin up line drawings, CAD drawings, even in near future programming for Crestron systems, QSys systems, and so forth. So real exciting. So whether you have no engineer to do that and you're figuring out how to get drawings done for projects, or you've already got a lot of engineers on your team, but you just need that scalability. If you get a surge, you can just send a bunch to GEL. So we're really showing that here as well, which is exciting. And then just our core platform, doing what Jetbuilt does best, fast population of your items, costing, connecting you to your dealer pricing so you can see your costing and your sell prices, setting margin, and we just have the most in-depth tools for margin analysis and comparison, and to where you think you should be in a bid if you're bidding, especially large projects. We just really allow flexible margin manipulation so you can get that price that the end user needs to be able to budget the project while making sure you're safe and able to get this project done.
Well, and that's obviously on the dealer side, which is fantastic to be able to support them. Yeah. And a big part of what you also do is your manufacturer partnerships. Right. Talk about that.
Yeah, so and it took some growth for us to get a large user base. But once we did, then those manufacturers early on were kind of saying, nope, we don't need to integrate with yet another, tool. They started then coming to us. I remember the first time Shure came to us saying, yeah, we've got our dealers saying that they need to get us to connected in Jetbuilt. And so to hear from a company like that to say, we want to get inside your platform, really was a big moment for us. This was 3-4 years ago. So now we have more and more partnerships with manufacturers and distributors. Especially with this global initiative, we're now getting the big distributors, Midwich and the like, in the platform. So direct manufacturers, distributor partnerships in the platform, and this really helps us serve our end users better, our dealers better. But also we're able to help manufacturers in new ways, like show them, hey, for this box, you're starting to move a lot of these in this region, that region, and over the next 30 days, here's what we should see coming through. So we're actually able to help the manufacturers with their pipeline, which we all know is a huge issue right now, and even just forecasting. They put out a new version of a box, but the old version is the one still most being used. Is that an education problem to the dealers, or is it that there's something about that old box people preferred, right? And so there's a lot we can help with these partnerships with manufacturers, which is really exciting in the future.
Great.
Yeah.
So you've got the global initiative, you've got GEL. Where are you in terms of timelines on these?
Yeah, so all of those are in. So one thing in global initiative, we've translated proposals. So you're working in English in the application, but you can export proposals in these various languages, and there's more added all the time. But in terms of translating the application itself, that's coming later this year. We're really excited about that. So someone working in Spanish everything is in Spanish, they're exporting in Spanish. It's as if this was a Spanish company that built the application. And that's really what we want, right? We want Jetbuilt to be as if we were built in your region right there. And that's for users around the world. We've got users in about 40 countries right now, but it's all happening in English. So while the proposals is great to get done, and that's more than most people can say to be able to export these proposals, at least in those languages, but to be able to work natively in that language is what we're excited about next. Which is interesting because we have a large company in Canada, and their employees work in English because they're employees, but in Canada, French is another big language. So they're coming to us saying, yeah, but by the end of the year, we have to be able to allow our employees to work in French as part of the Canadian law, right? And so we're so excited to be able to fulfill not just a legal requirement, but that really took the blinders off of me to go, yeah, dang, why am I thinking English is the world's language, which largely it's the business language, but to be able to allow employees at companies around the world to work in their native language, not the second language, and that's second best, right? So we're really hoping to come with that first best, but that's later this year.
Well, it sounds like some exciting things
Yes.
to see ahead, but right now it sounds like some great initiatives that you're taking.
Yes.
If our viewers want to hear more about you or see more about you, how can they find you?
Yeah, very easy, jetbuilt.com, jetbuilt.com, or .co.uk, .de, .whatever. We got most of them. Very easy. And there's a little promo video right when you go there, and that video tells everything. It just tells everything about the value of Jetbuilt. And basically, again, because I didn't talk about the core value, I only talked about the new things, but that core value is cutting your quoting time in half or more. Solotech, a big global company, they did a case study, and they did on their own research that we're saving them on every project at least half the time over everything else they'd tried to use in the past. And on larger projects, far more than that. So a multi-million-dollar project, they can get that done in a fourth of the time. And we hear that every day from our customers. So that's the core value of Jetbuilt, is getting more projects through the pipeline faster.
That's an attractive enough reason
Yes.
to visit the site and take a
Yes.
look at that for you. Well, great. Well, you can find more about Jetbuilt at their site, obviously in the .com, UK,
Yes.
DE, and all of the other endings. But if you do want to find out more about ISE 2022 and our other vendors who are on the show floor, you can find them here at AVNation.tv. This is Rich Fregosa for AVNation.tv.